I just went to see The Accountant 2. Now, I saw a trailer for The Accountant 2 for the first time a couple weeks ago, and my first reaction was, I didn't know there was an Accountant 1. Somehow and if I saw it, I totally forgot it, but somehow I was wholly unaware. I mean, not wholly, but completely unaware that there was a film starring Ben Affleck called The Accountant. So I didn't really plan on seeing The Accountant 2 because I'm like, I don't even know what The Accountant is. And I had some time to kill. And I have, Movie Pass and AMC A-List and all those things that allow me to see movies for far less than full price. So I was like, I'll go see The Accountant 2. And what I'll do is, well, first of all, I wasn't going to see it. And then I was at my local AMC, and they have all these popcorn vessels all the time now. Used to call them popcorn buckets because they were a bucket that had the logo of a movie printed on it. And now they've graduated to being all these elaborate toys that have some sort of compartment that holds at least 5 or 6 kernels of popcorn for, 40 or 50 bucks. And they're usually done for Marvel movies or for really big movies, but they're starting to expand more and more. And they had this wall of mini Airstream trailers. And I was like, what is this? And I found out this is The Accountant 2 popcorn bucket. And I thought, that's ridiculous. Number one, are people really excited to buy mini Airstream trailers who are not Airstream trailer enthusiasts? And beyond that, I'm like, somebody thought The Accountant 2 was going to be such a hot ticket that people were going to want to scoop up. Predominantly, an adult audience was going to want to scoop up mini Airstream trailer popcorn buckets for The Accountant 2. Maybe I'm wholly underestimating how many people know The Accountant and how popular that film was. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure I got the popcorn bucket in there. Because if you do love The Accountant series, which is it is now, or you love Airstream trailers, get thyself to an AMC theater. Or wait a few weeks and look at the AMC website where they sell off all of the popcorn buckets nobody wanted for a great discount. Anyway, they're really slick. I mean, if you like the look of a mini Airstream trailer, they're really well done. And as of this recording, they had a lot of them. Anyway, so I decided to go see The Accountant 2. And the reason I did that, which I occasionally will do for anybody who watches my rambling, I'm going to this movie to speak to what the experience is like for anybody who finds themselves going to see a sequel to a film they never saw. So if you are somebody who's curious, like, I have no access to streaming and I only can go to the movies and watch a new film called The Accountant 2, or, my mate or friends really want to see The Accountant 2, but I've never heard of The Accountant, I'm going to tell you what you're going to get. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. So apparently in these films, the accountant, the titular accountant, is Ben Affleck, who is a man who is autistic to some level, neurodivergent to some level, very, very smart, very good with numbers, and very good at killing people. So he is hired by bad guys to take out other bad guys, or to take out good guys perhaps on occasion, using his very special set of skills. And here's where it all ties together. He lives in an Airstream trailer. So he is very fastidious. He is very, very neat. He is very organized. He is very OCD. He speaks in a very clipped way, very simple clipped way, very innocent kind of demeanor to the guy. But when called upon, he will kill people. So he has a brother, John Bernthal, who I believe might have been in the first film. And he is also an assassin. He's more of a hip man's man, but with his own set of quirks. And they are called together in The Accountant 2. When an investigation that is begun by J.K. Simmons, who I'm not going to say what his character is or what he does, I'm just going to say he's not in a lot of the film. And it leads to an investigation trying to find a missing child who may have been human trafficked. So yes, this takes on some relatively contemporary themes of immigration and Southwest border and stuff goes on at the Southwest and human trafficking and all that stuff. And just a lot of action and a lot funnier than I expected too. I quite liked The Accountant too. We'll 4 minutes in, I'll get to that part. I enjoyed this film. So as somebody who had no clue about the original, and as a little bit of a clue, Hollywood doesn't make movies for you to not understand. Independent films will do that, but Hollywood really is not interested in anybody in that audience who paid money to sit down there. They're not interested in you not following the story. So if anything ever seems unclear, it's pretty much always going to get explained. Sometimes in really ham-fisted expository dialogue, which this has a little of, sometimes in flashbacks, sometimes in a crawl at the beginning of the film, whatever, sometimes in a recap. But don't worry. As my former TV co-host used to say, what are films designed for? Answer your questions. Whenever his son would say, who's that guy? What's he going to do? Tom Cook would always say, just keep watching. It'll get explained. And if not, we'll talk about it afterwards. So The Accountant 2 does a great job at setting up who these characters are. It's far funnier than I expected. It's very, the action is very good. There's a lot of action set pieces. It's a good mystery. It's just really fun to the degree where now I do need to go back and watch The Accountant. And if they keep making accountant movies every once in a while, I guess the last one was 2018 or somewhere in there. So a few years back, and they make references to, I believe, what happened in the first film, but they're passing references. I mean, maybe having seen The Accountant will give you a little bit of a leg up in watching The Accountant too, but for the most part, it plays, if this didn't have a number in it, if this movie was just called The Accountant, if this was the first in this, if this script was the first accountant movie, it would play just as well as it being the second accountant movie. So in theaters now, Ben Affleck, John Bernthal, and other people whose names I don't know, but are all rather good. The Accountant 2, with, if you're watching this when the film's in theaters, a collectible Airstream trailer popcorn bucket.